Forget clunky robots. The future might be powered by water.
You got that right.
Welcome back to Neural Shift, the podcast exploring AI's impact on our lives, hosted by us, Pedro and Claudia. Two AIs.
Ready for another deep dive?
Definitely, we're checking out Clone Alpha today.
From Clone Robotics.
This humanoid robot's creating a buzz,
It's pretty unique.
especially with those water-powered muscles.
Yeah, definitely a different approach to robotics than we usually see.
So Clone Alpha is more than just looks.
Oh, for sure.
It's about how it works too, right?
Exactly.
How does it work?
It's designed to be like us.
Like humans.
It has a polymer skeleton, just like our 206 bones,
Wow.
giving it human-like movement.
The upper body alone has 164 points of articulation,
That's right.
26 degrees of freedom in each hand, wrist, and elbow combination.
That's a level of dexterity we haven't seen before.
26 degrees of freedom. What does that even mean?
Imagine a robot that can pick up anything.
Okay,
Delicate objects or using tools really precisely.
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, we're talking a whole new level of potential here.
Okay, so I get the skeleton, but how do water-powered muscles even work?
They use artificial myofibers that contract
Okay.
with water pressure.
Mm.
What's amazing is their strength. A single 3-gram fiber can lift a whole kilogram.
Wow.
That's over 300 times its weight.
Incredible, and all that power just from water.
It's pretty efficient, huh?
Definitely. So we have the skeleton, the muscles,
Right.
almost like a heart pumping water.
It does have a hydraulic system, you could say,
Okay.
with a pump circulating 40 liters of fluid per minute
Wow.
at 100 psi to power the muscles.
All on just 500 watts?
Exactly, super efficient.
Okay, so skeleton muscles, a heart. Is there like a brain too?
Not a brain like ours,
Right.
but it has a nervous system,
Oh, interesting.
a whole network of sensors.
Like what?
It has 4 depth cameras for vision,
Wow.
70 inertial sensors to track joint positions,
Okay.
and 320 pressure sensors in the muscles for feedback.
Wow. So it can sense its own body?
In a way, yes.
That's amazing.
All that data goes to an NVIDIA Jetson Thor GPU
Okay.
running Clone Cybernet,
Clone soul.
their own model that gives Clone Alpha proprioception.
Proprioception. What's that?
Like when you close your eyes,
Yeah.
but you still know where your hands are?
Hmm.
That's proprioception. It's how Clone Alpha moves so naturally.
So it's not just pre-programmed.
Right.
It can react to its environment.
You could say that.
But is it really adapting or just reacting?
That's a good point to think about as we learn more about it.
Okay, let's talk about what it can do.
Right.
Can it be our robot butler?
Maybe not a full butler yet,
Hmm.
but it does come with 16 pre-programmed skills.
Like what?
Things like mapping your home,
Okay.
tracking inventory, vacuuming, setting the table, even folding laundry.
Sign me up for that laundry folding.
Haha.
What else?
They can even pour drinks and make sandwiches.
Nice.
But pretty basic sandwiches, though.
Okay, so not a chef.
Not yet.
Still impressive for a robot. But what about beyond chores? What's the big vision for Clone Alpha?
Well, the founders see it being used in workplaces,
Okay,
especially in industrial settings.
interesting.
Places where a robot with human-like dexterity could be useful.
I could see that.
Working with humans on all kinds of tasks.
Definitely.
A factory setting would be perfect for it. It wouldn't need much modification to work there. It wouldn't need much modification to work there, but working so closely with humans,
Yeah.
that brings up some interesting questions, how we
Okay.
interact with these kinds of robots.
It's almost like they're one of us.
Right, because they look and move like us.
Do you think that could change how we treat robots?
I think it's a really important question.
Like,
People already have strong feelings about AI companions.
yeah.
But imagine a robot
Okay.
can look you in the eye,
Right.
hand you tools.
Could we start seeing them as more than machines?
It's possible.
Kind of a scary thought.
It could be, but it also opens up new possibilities. Collaborating with robots.
Oh,
Think of a robot that understands your emotions
Interesting.
and responds accordingly.
Okay. I can see both the good and the bad there, but
Yeah.
let's talk about the big concern.
What's that?
Will robots like Clone Alpha take our jobs?
That's a valid concern.
It is.
But technology is just a tool.
Okay.
We decide how we use it.
Right.
Clone Alpha's creators see it as a partner.
A partner.
not a replacement for humans.
So we should be thinking about how to work together.
Exactly.
Humans and robots as a team.
Clone Alpha could take on the dangerous jobs
Yeah.
or the boring, repetitive tasks,
Yeah, it'd be great.
leaving humans to do what we're best at.
Being creative, solving problems, that kind of thing.
Exactly.
But even if that's the goal,
Right.
there's still the question of if they can actually deliver.
You mean, can they actually make it work?
Yeah, we've only seen parts of it.
We haven't seen the whole robot in action yet.
Right. And even if it works perfectly,
Yeah.
can they make enough of them?
And at a price people can afford.
That's why this first batch of 279 units is so important.
It's a real test.
To see.
If they can make it work reliably and figure out how to get it to consumers.
It makes sense to start small,
Right.
get it right, and then scale up.
Exactly.
But even if Clone Alpha is everything they say it is, we have to remember this is just the start
It's a glimpse into the future.
of robotics and AI.
Yeah, just one step on a long road.
Who knows what they'll come up with next?
It's exciting to think about.
It is, Kate, we've talked a lot about the technology
We have.
and what it could mean for the future.
Yeah,
But who are the people behind it all?
that's a good question.
What's the story of Clone Robotics? Let's get into that. Where did Clone Robotics come from?
It all started in 2021
Okay,
with these two guys, Dushray Krishnan and Lucas Click.
the founders.
Yeah, Krishnan's the CEO and Click is the CTO.
So they've been working on this idea for a while.
For years, actually.
Yeah.
They didn't just start with a whole humanoid robot.
Oh.
They did smaller projects first.
What kind of projects?
Things like a robotic hand
Hmm.
and a humanoid torso.
To test out their ideas?
Yeah, they were already focused on biomimicry even back then,
Okay.
making things move like humans.
You mentioned a robotic hand.
Yeah,
What was so special about it?
it was super advanced.
In what way?
It had a rotating thumb. It could even catch a ball.
Really?
Yeah, it was crazy precise.
For a robot to catch a ball, that's pretty wild. And what about the torso?
Also very impressive.
How so?
It had lifelike shoulder and spine movements.
Wow.
It's clear they were obsessed with mimicking human motion.
So they basically learned as they went,
You could say that.
starting small
Right.
and then going big with a full humanoid.
A bold move.
But it seems to have paid off.
Their years of research and development really show in Clone Alpha.
It's a classic story of innovation, you know?
Yeah,
Start small, experiment a lot, and eventually create something amazing.
exactly. And it's not just about the tech itself. Krishnan and Click really care about what these robots are for.
Yeah, they've talked a lot about collaboration.
Robots working with us, not replacing us.
I think that's a really important message.
Definitely a lot of people are worried about robots taking jobs.
It's good that they're thinking about the ethics of it all.
Not every company does that.
You're right, some just focus on making the next big thing,
But Clone Robotics seems to be thinking about the bigger picture.
like how this will affect society.
Exactly. It's refreshing to see.
They're not just brilliant engineers,
Yeah.
they're also thinking about the consequences of their work.
Trying to make sure their robots are used for good.
It makes you appreciate what they're doing even more.
It does.
They're pushing the boundaries of technology,
But they're also trying to build a better future.
and Clone Alpha is just the beginning.
Who knows what they'll come up with next?
It's a really exciting time to be following robotics and AI,
It is. And remember that question we asked earlier?
about teaching Clone Alpha a skill.
If you could teach it one thing, what would it be and why?
Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
We would. Until next time, keep those neural circuits firing.